Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh.
Dr. Doreen Granpeesheh is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. Hi, I'm trying to teach my son, who is 5 years and 6 months old, to do social sharing. I want him to share things with us and other people. I mean the joint attention, to share what he's doing and to share what he's enjoying. But social appreciation is not rewarding for him. I keep prompting to show his dad and me, but he's doing it just for the sake of me telling. It's not rewarding for him. How do I make him do it? This is limiting his language as well.
So, listening to that question, I'm not sure if you mean how you're defining the word share. Because share, to me, initially, I thought you're talking about, let's say, sharing a toy with another child. But then you referred to him showing you his something that he's worked on, which could be another way of expressing share.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think,
and those are,
she says joint attention, I think it is more that.
Yeah, so those are two different things. And actually, the one you're referring to, I think the one about like showing you something that he's done, is a very important part of development, and it's one of the symptoms actually of autism that we try to overcome. So there's a whole series of things that you can do, but as I said, this is one of those things where in the beginning it just feels very rote and prompted.
Yeah.
But I think the way to do it is just to remember that, let's say he wants something and you withhold that thing until he shows you what he wants it for. So as an example, let's say he's coloring something, and I don't know what your child's interests are, right? And he wants the color blue, and you prompt him to actually show you and say, I want blue here. Yeah. So then you give him blue. And that's the beginning of kind of showing something, right? Or it could be that, it gets to a point eventually where you want to make sure that you really praise and reinforce things that he produces, whether they're construction or art or puzzles or whatever it is, and gradually, and you pair your own excitement and reinforcer with something that might be meaningful to him now. So like, for instance, it might not be meaningful for him to show you something and you go, wow, great job. But over time, if that wow, great job is paired with, let's say, his favorite cookie, that wow will actually take on a positive facility. And I know it's weird because typically developing kids, one of their primary reinforcers, not primary, but one of their main reinforcers is social praise. And with our kids, it's not initially social praise, and that's okay because over time it does become. And they do learn that they feel very good about making you proud, making you happy. But you have to pair yourself with things that we call primary reinforcers, such as food. And it's okay that you have to do that for a little bit, but that happens in normal development anyway, if you think about it. With mom is the source of food, mom is the source of comfort, etc. And think of it this way, like I always say, our kids go through a couple of years of not really being in tune to all those things that are happening, and that's okay. Your child is a little bit older now, but you pair yourself with those things that are reinforcing, and then you take on those reinforcing properties. And over time, then your child will just want your praise because it has classically conditioned to something that was reinforcing.
Can we go back to something you said, though? You were talking about you deprive them of the thing. Yeah. And I want to be clear about this because I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about this, that I have seen parents go, okay, he wants, let's say this is a Buzz Lightyear. He wants the Buzz Lightyear, but they said to deprive him of it. So they put it up on a shelf, and then we never see the Buzz Lightyear again.
No,
this is not what she's talking about.
No, you do it in order to motivate showing.
Yeah.
So in other words, you do it, and you also will use that tactic in order to motivate language. So you basically don't put it away, you hold it so that the child will now show you their artwork, for instance, so you can give it to them. You hold it so that the child can now show you what they're building and that they need that object, and then you can give it to them.
But you're doing it right there in that
Yeah.
moment, not some other moment.
Right.
I've seen parents go, well, we're depriving him of that until he does the thing, and there's no
Right.
and you go, no,
No, you're holding it as a prompt.
Right.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, I just wanted to be clear about that. Don't forget, you can watch Ask Dr. Doreen live every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific time. We hope to see you there.